Howdy, y'all. Welcome to episode 60 of Unfinished Business. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. If you join us on live, you'll know. If you know, you know. But we're going to start out with a quick minute of everybody's life in disc golf. And I nominate Corey to go first.
Okay. I bought a new pipeline. It is the...
All right, Tyler, what you got?
Whoa. Let's cut. How does that feel? Tell us how that feels. I missed it.
Feels really good. It's got like the glimmeriness in the plastic, almost like shimmer star or whatever. It feels really good. It's very grippy. I haven't thrown it yet.
How's the dome on that thing? As flat as the SPs, or it looks like just like the other PLs. Honestly,
probably.
That's cool.
Does it then feel I got an Ultra.
What is that? Did you write that on?
I said it feels really good. Feels good in the hand.
Feels good in the hand.
It's really
That's grippy. All I need. Like That's all I need.
Yeah, it's really grippy. Well, you know what a pipeline feels like.
I do.
But the plastic itself, it's very grippy.
It's got tack.
Yeah, it's got tack.
Like if it heats up in the summertime, it's going to get some tack to it.
I think in the heat, it's going to have a lot more tack. When I bought it, it wasn't like this, and I feel
we're gonna blow dry. Let's see this thing.
Now it has a little more tack. Got another Ultra.
That's not an Ultra.
Wink, wink.
Yes, it is. It's an Ultra. The new, completely Corey Warp. The new candy.
Let's see the blue.
Has cotton candy.
Dude, that blue is pop.
That's so much better than blue.
So this is what you can get if you buy it on the website, not the dark blue that only me and Taylor have a limited run.
Wow, exclusive.
Yes. And then lastly, I've been looking for a disc to fit in between the Hellfire and the Era as like a four-handable, still can turn, but not as much as like a composite Era. So I tried the Onyx in Z plastic. It's really good, but it is very close to a composite Era. So I think I would say the Era is like a 10.5, negative 0.5 to 0.5 in the composite plastic as opposed to the negative 1.5. But this thing's really good. I didn't realize until I already peeled the sticker off, but it's 163 grams. So I couldn't return it because I peeled off like the sale sticker. But yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. What about Matt?
Corey's gonna like this. Corey's gonna be proud of me. Course is she's in. Nice. She is having play testers in the next week. I put almost every basket in yesterday, removed them, and did about 2 hours of weed eating today. And she will be very playable in about 2 or 3 weeks. Got nice new baskets for the majority of them. I need one more brand new basket, and we are going to be chilling with 9 pretty fun holes. And I'm going to have play testers out soon for adjustments. So that's pretty much been it. I have a tournament this weekend and my home course. If I can't play well here,
is that the Marsh Madness?
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Does it sick?
That's it. Who else? Go.
I've played disc golf 2 times in the past 2 weeks. One of them was our challenge today, which I have much to talk about later. And the other time I filmed a video with I was going to make this video of I made the most understable disc I've ever thrown, which was the NSH disc Ninja. Thing is insane. I wanted to make the most overstable one, and I was going to use Corey's Warp because it, for me, genuinely is extremely overstable. And then I threw the Bear Bite Thumber disc from NSH, and that is an entirely different animal. I will, if you want to watch the video, it's on my channel. If you don't want to watch the video, regular backhand, I probably maxed out around 90 feet with that thing and threw it like 300 upside down. But I wish it lasted longer. My thumb right here was black for like 2 days after that. So not a great idea, especially when I also have a tournament this weekend, but anything for content, I say.
What is the likelihood of a top 3 placing at this tournament?
I'm going to be honest. I just looked, the weather is supposed to be bad and it is projected right now 25-mile-per-hour winds. So if I just like have my bag left when I leave, that's a good day for me.
Just pack it with stable.
Yes.
So now answer the question, what is the likelihood of you getting top 3? Because
I also still haven't signed up, so I don't know what division I'm playing, but
oh my gosh.
I'm going to say a solid 33%.
Okay.
I think
33.
it's higher.
33.
You have a good spin putt in the wind.
Do have that.
That is true. That is true.
Not today, but some days.
Yeah. Speaking of spin putts, you guys see Goose trying to make like a 20-footer?
No, I didn't even see the video, man. You
Didn't
have
look
to
good.
that to me.
Didn't look good.
Okay, so that's the last time I try and segue. Wow.
Well, we didn't even hear
You
Tyler's
missed
minute, man.
Tyler. Tyler,
What?
speak to us. Speak to the people.
People
No,
need
I
to
mean,
hear.
I don't even know if the people want to hear this anymore. Corey just wants to neglect
I've been
it.
wanting to hear
I
it.
get it.
I've been wanting to hear it. I've been here.
We were
wanting to hear
saving the
it.
best for last, and Corey just wasn't on the same page. Wasn't there with us.
No, as like what Taylor said, I've only played disc golf twice in the last 2 weeks. It was Friday and today. And Friday, I played with a buddy of mine who has not been playing well at all since having a second kid, like myself. And I talked a lot of smack to him the night before to kind of like get him excited. And sure enough, he went out and beat me on Friday, which I was actually really happy for him because he's been playing like absolutely terrible, and it's been terrible to watch. But I was throwing it pretty good. I just want to say, in Rogue One of Star Wars, have you guys ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a blind guy who says who has like the saying, what does he say? Be one with the Force and the Force with, what is he saying? Do you know what
Something like that, yeah.
The force is with me.
Okay.
Mm.
That is the me and the Discraft Force right now, because I went out and birdied 2 holes that I don't normally birdie at this course on Friday. And then I went out today, played it again in our challenge, and I did the exact same thing. I birdied 2 holes. I actually ace ran 1 hole as a group, let me play through because I had a little bit of a tailwind. And I was like, you know what, I'll go for the basket. Why not? And it skipped right off the top of the basket, 350 feet away. It was pretty sick. And I just absolutely yoked it. What's fun about that hole is that the OB is like 15 feet left of the basket. So if you go for it and you go OB, you have a 15-foot putt for par. So it's just, you know, you might as well just throw it right
Yeah,
at the basket.
just save it.
But yeah, the game's feeling good. It was just nice to get out and play. And I will say this: the inner court has to be my putter that I'll be putting with for a very, very long time. I don't miss with it. So we'll talk about it later too.
Yeah, speaking of spin putts, you guys see Goose?
He needs an inner
Anyway,
core.
yeah,
That's the
trying to-
problem.
That thing was awful.
Yeah, what we're trying to segue into is if you haven't seen it, go to Ezra and Goose's practice
Jamie,
round.
pull it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Literally first hole, 3 minutes and 51 seconds into the video. I remember it that precisely.
It was so bad that
Look at that
Matt
putt.
had to
Burned
send a
into his
link
brain.
with a specific time code to us so we could see it.
Listen, I'll go to bat for Goose and say it was a practice round. He didn't truly care that much. So
I just love the top comment is currently still Goose going 0 for 6 putting on holes 2 and 3 had me rolling. And what's funnier about that to me is he went 1 for 3 on hole 1. So we're a total of like 1 for 9 through the first 3 holes. It's not great.
Yeah, he's got to figure that out. I mean, I know he is because the whole spin putt thing is like new, but it didn't look like his normal spin putt that he was doing in tournaments.
Mhm.
It looked like it was like down here and he was kind of just trying to like Beyblades or something.
Yeah,
You know,
I really think it just proves more than anything that putting is like just so mental. Like Goose, I will always frame with is Paul Macbeth being Paul Macbeth away from being a world champion to this day, and just like you see him do that, it's crazy.
Yeah.
the one thing I'll say is, like, when you first get, or maybe it'd be better for people who've gotten to disc golf late, like me and Matt. But what is the technique they teach you when they teach you how to putt for the first time? Like if you're watching YouTube videos or beginner stuff, do you guys know?
For me, it's very different because, like, back when I started, like, the best putter was Nico, and Nico's arm was like a pendulum. Like, it's so different than how people putt now. It's like very lofty push putt where you literally, like, you don't almost break your wrist at all and just lob it straight up and down.
I'm gonna assume you're talking about like go to the belt and then like shake hands with the basket. Like
When I first got into the game, they told me act like you're sliding the disc across the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Literally, Goose needs to break it down like to the very beginning again. Like just think about sliding it across the table, extending your hand, reaching for the basket. I think that's all he needs to do. Like there's just too many people and too many things he's done, So it's interesting how we have an FPO, Evelina Solomon, and then we've got Goose over in MPO.
Yeah.
So Evelina looks like she's figuring it out though. So
maybe he should just go for forehand putting.
Dude, that is your thing.
Could be
So
I feel like he does need to just try something completely different, like just basketball putt that thing, like do something,
or full on 2-finger, like full rips
to rip that thing. Yeah,
yeah, just 80 miles an hour into the chains. I don't know.
Could be the move. Who knows? Anyone watch Go Throw? Anyone have any comments on the Go Throw event?
I did not, unfortunately.
I saw a little bit of it, not enough for me to have comments.
I didn't watch a ton, but I do have comments more around the Go Throw tour as a whole, which I can put my spiel out real quick. All I'm going to say is it has been, one, very difficult to find any information about this tour. And the weather was really bad this weekend. I think this is a bad example, but we've got like unsanctioned, like the general vibe of the Go Throw tour is like, we just want to have a good time, like put on a show for spectators, which is a great thing. But like, any like disc golf media personality that has uttered the phrase "this is competition" to the Go Throw tour is so dumb right now, because it is absolutely not at all. Like if you look at their point structure, you get points for like sharing Go Throw videos on social media, like Eagles and Aces, like get you points for the Go Throw point series. Like it's just so far from like the Disc Golf Pro Tour. It is incredible. So thank you to the Go Throw Tour for, now I understand why like Jeff Spring and nobody was worried about what they're doing here, because it is genuinely just such a different product.
I wonder if they pitched, like the first pitch was like, what if we let like social media get them in first place? And Jeff Spring's like, yeah, you guys can do it.
I don't know about that. I mean, to be fair, like in comparison to like winning an event or something, it's a very small amount of points that you get for like those small things. But like that existing at all is just like signals to me that it's not something that wants to be like the top tier of professional disc golf. And it reminds me a lot of like, I mean, back in the day when pros had to like grind to make money, like the old Simon Lizotte like flying circus thing with Avery, or just like traveling clinics or something like that. I genuinely think it's just like, hey, let's go to a populated nice course and like throw an event for spectators and put up a couple grand to whatever pros want to show up.
Do they charge anyone to go to this thing?
Do you think there were ticket prices to spectate, but I don't know what they were, because if you try to Google anything about it, you find
I tried to, and I couldn't find very much information at all.
Okay, so you can now, if you go to gothrowdg.com, you can buy tickets to the events. I'm trying to see how much they are. Looks like $50 to be in the Beat the Pros, 25 for a day pass to
Interesting.
watch.
My question is, how would Joseph from another round be in first place, not even competing, from all the points that he would get from all the aces?
For aces and social media shares? Like, see what happens there. Somebody enter him into the contest, not like.
I would rather them be really different than the Pro Tour, because maybe it'll actually get some attention then. But I don't know.
Yeah, but I thought the tournament itself was going to be different. Like they're kind of just like just do some different stuff.
Hey, they pointed out that Raven Newsom teed from the side of the tee pad, and they were like, "Oh, it's because we're unsanctioned. We don't have to follow any rules. Tee off wherever you want." That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Like,
yeah,
I'm talking about like make a hole where like there's 2 trees in the fairway and like straight in the fairway, and you have to do like Mando left and then Mando right or something like that. Something wild.
Or maybe they get sponsored by Little Caesars, and we tell them like you can have a mulligan for every slice of pizza.
They are not allowed to have that idea. They're not allowed to have that idea.
Here's what I'll say. If they just go around all this year and just play events at courses that the Pro Tour used to be on a couple of years ago, and it's kind of just the same, they're not going to, envision them doing something special or something well.
Yeah.
If they start doing unique stuff, then maybe we're going somewhere. But
I think it's completely dependent on the location. Like if the location is a course that they're not at, but it has like the community around it to be like, yeah, I'll pay $20 to show up on Sunday and like see Ganon play, then it'll be fine. I mean, I think the views were doing decently well on YouTube. There's the whole fiasco of like they didn't tell anybody that it was going to be like a 2 hours early members only release. So I think a lot of people saw the video go live and it was only for members of the YouTube channel and just never came back. So like, oh, I'm not paying for that. Which poor communication is the poor communication's the theme, I think, for the Go Throw Tour.
Okay. Am I crazy? What is it for a Pro Tour round to watch around?
$20.
Yeah.
At least that's what it was last year. And that's for general. That's
what I'm saying. Pass. If they're following the tour, playing places the tour would used to play at, charging the same places as the tour, or the same price as the tour, like, what are you guys, just the Tour Junior? You know, you hope otherwise. I don't know. I can't be that critical. It was their first event and they had insane.
Listen, the reason why I like it actually is because it fills the dead space for anyone who wants to, like, I feel like pros that are just happy to be on tour, or like people who really like to play disc golf, like obviously Ganon, at least that's what it's going to be like. If there's a tournament a week before the Pro Tour, he's probably going to play it because he loves disc golf and he's going to do it. So anyone who wants to go and watch more disc golf, they're going to go do it, and it's going to fill that space. It's like an optional thing for pros. So I actually am totally cool with it. I think it's a good idea just to have something else to fill the dead space, because maybe more guys on tour want to play more. But as I'm literally saying that, I'm thinking when I spoke to pros at Iron Hill in 2021 for $1 Disc Golf Challenge, they were complaining on the car, talking about how they were playing way too many places, way too many weeks, and all this kind of stuff. So
yeah, I think it's good to have as an option, because that has been the general sentiment, and I think that's why we've gone to having a lot more off weeks in the Pro Tour. But at the same time, if you're somebody that's in an RV, like if you're driving the tour, I mean, from Brooksville to Waco, from the last tournament to the next one between 2 weeks is a 16-hour drive. So having something in the off week between that to like say, hey, you can come up here if you're a pro and want to. I think having the option is good. I just think that, and I don't even think it was Go Throw themselves, but a lot of the disc golf world took it and ran with it. It had tour in the name and can be like, oh, Pro Tour has some competition. Like there's this new big thing in town, and it's not that at all. It's like the initial disappointment.
The disc golf world or the disc golf world?
Both, because their video today was titled "This is the future of disc golf," and I don't think the future of disc golf is post-produced, members only for a few hours YouTube videos. Nope. Unfortunately for them.
Yeah, but how do you know?
I've already said I'm 0 for 2 to start the podcast, and I already left it, so I am probably wrong.
Smells like bait.
Could be.
Yeah.
Speaking of spin putting.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. No, speaking of WACO, do we care about WACO practice rounds this year?
Why not?
The course hasn't changed for part of watching a practice round is it's your pro playing the round, right? That's why. But yeah, that's a big part. But it's just, this is the one event where I start watching and I'm like, this is just the same overlay the footage of last year's practice round and this year's practice round, and it's less events.
So the only thing that I can say to that is there are certain practice rounds that I got excited for, and then it was like crappy weather. So maybe this year we'll get like a better practice round with the same people. So yes, it overlays it, but some of the courses could be better this year. I don't know.
I think it just depends on the person. Like if you're a true practice round fiend, you're gonna watch it. If you're not, you're probably you don't care either way. But that's a good point that the course is the course. Like
it's hard to watch another analytical breakdown of 18 holes at WACO compared to 18 holes at WACO last year. It was interesting to see the golf course last year because it's something new, but she ain't coming back this year apparently. So,
Yeah. And to
I don't know
Hammer's
why.
point, the practice round YouTube market is extremely saturated right now with
You are
every
correct,
pro
yeah.
that you can follow putting something up. So
But I will say 22,000 people cared about Ricky's practice 9 holes in 9 hours of being uploaded.
That's true.
He's pumping some good numbers on YouTube. I've
He's
noticed
pumping some
Yeah.
good numbers.
Ricky is pumping.
Yep.
He's
But-
definitely going off of the whole like new bag, new team, new everything.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but
Riding
still,
that
I
wave.
feel like his practice rounds are getting fun. They're not like just okay. I'm gonna throw this. Okay, I'm gonna throw this.
I wish there'd be like more like challenge practice round videos. Like
Yeah.
I
You know,
actually
I was-
my favorite
yeah.
practice round videos to watch is the Luna battle.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
Good.
Somebody start sending DMs to pros of the weekly unfinished business challenge and just tell them to do that during their practice
Ooh.
round and
dude,
to the moon.
We should.
hey, it's like if somebody had a connection to a pro, even though they're not playing on tour right now, that'd be kind of great. That'd be kind of crazy.
It'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, Matt.
This guy, man.
I was thinking like, oh, as I watched WACO, I was like, you know which video I enjoyed a lot last year was Bedanza's WACO video, which was just Bedanza with 4 pros. They're all just dicing up shots on repeat and just cracking jokes and moving on. And I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that as a new, like, again, but obviously Bedanza's not going to be there. So, but no, that's just my thoughts.
In the
That's it
world
for
of
me.
practice rounds, does anybody have a chance going up against the Goliath of Simon Lizotte now that he has someone to film and edit for him?
Oh, yeah,
It's like,
dude.
I feel like that's kind of a cheat code for that demographic. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Simon's still posting every single day.
It's not every day. It's every day of like tournament stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not posting like, oh, I flew today. and got
Yeah.
to
So if he
MVP,
flies
but-
home, no. But as soon as he touches down and he's like, all right, well, let's go to the course. That's a vlog. So it's so sick.
Yeah.
On
They're
a
all-
scale of
I would-
1 to 6, how excited are we for Waco?
I'm gonna give it a solid 5. I love WACO. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's
I just
something
love
about
it.
the course.
Mhm.
I'd say 4.5
Yeah.
or 5.
WACO is
always
one of
up
those
there, too.
courses. WACO is one of those courses to me that feels like a course that I could go play and have fun. So
Yeah.
I like watching courses like that.
And the finishing holes are really like exciting.
yeah.
Now, I might butcher this because I'm really bad at which course is which. Is Waco next to the river?
No, that's not. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It is Waco, but it's not like. Yeah, sorry, that's my fault.
Waco's mainly through the woods, short woods shots, and
Yeah,
there
but it's got
is a
the-
couple next to the river. Yeah.
Does it have
The
it
last-
where like the river's on
Abrazos.
the right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I really like those holes. I don't know I don't know what it is, but with like a giant river next to you, can't go wrong with disc golf.
But like that's what's that course called though? Is that the Beast or
The
is
Beast,
the other
yeah.
one the Beast? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most unassuming
Beast.
name on tour for probably the event that would be the easiest for us to shoot well at.
It is the shortest course on tour, but I think it's Brazos East is the name of the actual park or course. They just shortened it to the Beast.
Yeah. I
Speaking
think
of
that's
the unfinished business weekly challenges, though, Matthew Marsh DG, we got an update this week.
Yes, we do. So last week we did a weekly challenge where you put your whole bag in our Discord and every one of your fellow tag members banned a mold out of your bag.
Yeah, screw you
And
guys.
it made for some pretty fun combos that we will discuss. Would anyone like to start that discussion though? Because I can't steal the thunder here.
So I was going to start and say immediately when I started my round, I was like, you guys didn't bag the tomb. It's so over for you. And then I
Yeah.
realized how much I threw the fjord and the Nexus and not the tomb. Mentally, I threw one of the worst drives of my life on hole 4, threw an amazing scramble shot to miss a putt and then also get a just disgusting 15-foot spit out right after for a double bogey on hole 4. Mentally was pretty done at that moment. I'm not gonna lie. But we did bring it back towards the tail end. My main takeaway is I cannot putt to save my life, and approaching is just terrible without my approach disc. So, but yeah, we got pretty owned on the putting green today.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have considered Taylor to be the one who can make up for not having an approach disc the most. You know, like Tyler's whipping that puppy out every hole. Corey's definitely bringing out approach discs like crazy. But it's interesting to note. I don't know. You must be using the Fjord more than I think in the Nexus. But
I used to putt with a driver.
That's true.
So technically, I don't need an approach disc.
And I can forehand anything.
Yeah. Okay. So so what I learned from this challenge is you guys all picked, like, I would say probably outside of Mac picking the H5, which is kind of like, I wouldn't say a gimmicky disc, but it's not like something that I rely on. Everyone else picked like most of my staples,
We know
which was good. I really liked that. Like, I had to think out of the box. The issue is I went to a course that I've never played before. I've never seen. I didn't know where half of the baskets were. And it really just like ruined the round. Like, it was fun, but there was this hole where the tee pad was literally like almost pushed up against this like jungle. And then you had to do the craziest spike hyzer around, like over a creek. And it was just, it wasn't a fun time. There was also 3 baskets that crisscrossed. So like 10 went this way, 11 went this way, and then 12 went this way. So you were throwing over other crowds and stuff. It was the weirdest course ever, but I don't think that many play it. So it's like, for it to be just in a neighborhood, it was awesome. But yeah, it was, I wouldn't even say the round did much for like challenging me. It was just the course.
Yeah.
I don't ask this question to be mean. I'm just asking. Was it one of your worst putting rounds you've ever had?
It was one of, okay, so if I was in a normal circle, then yes, it would have been. But because I was in like California woods, I don't think I had a straight shot at the basket, except for maybe like 2 putts that I missed. And they probably either hit like band or cage.
Bro, I hit the right side of the cage 8 times today. I counted. It's just terrible.
I don't know. California made me straddle putt way more than I wanted to. I don't know why. It was just, everything was either on a hill, so I couldn't stand straight, or behind these weird trees, and I don't know. But yes, most likely it was a bad putting.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that number and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
I'll talk about mine real quick. So the whole group decided to take out all of my approach discs. I did not have a single approach disc. So inner core, A5, A2, gone. I didn't have any of my destroyers, and I didn't have the pipeline. So honestly, it wasn't bad, except for the approach disc gone. I could feel it by like hole like 4 or 5. It was hard. Hole 2, I had to an approach with my Quake, and luckily I made like a nasty circled. I think I scored that wrong actually. It was a circled 2 putt. Anyways, I made a nasty circle
penalty. Had him in.
Yeah. This stat is just wrong. That's it. Anyways, but I made a really nice circle 2 putt, and then like I tried approaching with like the FD3 on forehands more. I tried to approach with the Dune and the Fuse, and that was just stabling out for me. So I ended up just doing a lot of like jump throwing with my putters from like 100 feet out. So that was kind of fun to learn how to do a little bit, but it was cool because I couldn't use the destroyer today, so I had to figure things out with the driver, which forced me to, well, no pun intended, to use the force, which I'm just getting closer and closer with, as I stated earlier. So anyways, yeah, my round was really good, but honestly, the biggest thing in my game is just the inner core. I putted 93% from Circle 1X. So
that's crazy.
on my putting from circle one was so good with it. So
So
anyways.
what changes your putt with the inner core? Like what makes your putt so much better?
Confidence, baby.
Because it's normally around what, 60%, 50%?
Have you
Mine?
seen? Speaking of spin
40%?
putting, have you seen? seen
30%?
Goose?
Speaking of spin putting.
My-
No, but like what
My
about
putting is
the-
usually like 70, 75%, honestly.
I
from
was
circle
just
one.
joking about
I
that.
know you were.
Yeah.
But I'm just speaking like, hey, I honestly think it's between 70 75. I got to go back and look at my stats, but I think I'm in like the mid to high 80s right now. With
What was your
just
putter before that?
the steady BL or a steady?
Okay, what do you do differently? Or what does the disc do differently?
The inner core, I can just like spin it like I normally do, and it just holds the line. And then right when it gets to the basket, it wants to fade.
Okay.
So I don't know what to really say. Like I haven't changed anything. It's just that disc is just perfect for the amount of speed that I put on it. And that when it loses that spin at the end, it wants to finish when it's in the basket. I've got the distances really, really down with the inner core. It's a floaty putter that likes to fade. So the Shogun or like the EV7 Penrose has similar characteristics, but this one feels a little more shallow. So it feels nice in the hand, and it still glides, but finishes at the end. So
What
that's
what does the steady do? Like, does it
Steady-
just not get far enough?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'll
I would
hit
say the
cage
inner
with
core is
that.
very glidey. Yeah, it really will get to the basket for you.
Yeah. Let me see if I can try to show this to you real quick. Sorry, but like the top of it is kind of like puddle top. They're concaved a little bit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get as floaty as you think, because the premium one has more of like a shoulder to it. But I would say it kind of putts like a P2-ish, but this is a lot more shallow than a P2.
Dude, I love the shape of the inner core.
Yeah, it's
It's very like geometric almost.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly, which is why I absolutely love it too. And I have the premium one as my thrower. So shout out Scott. I would not be here playing this or putting this good without Scott sending me some inner cores, and it changed my life.
Bless you, Scott. Bless you.
Blessed, Scott. I just realized too that every mold that I carry multiples of was banned, so that hit me pretty hard.
Yeah.
And also I don't carry a bunch of this anyway. I had 9 out there, so bag was nice
Dang.
and light today.
It was light. I'm not gonna lie.
I have to make a confession that I did not realize until right now. I forgot to put my Firebird in the lineup, and I feel like someone would have banned my Firebird.
Fraudulent.
And even if you guys didn't, I throw my Firebird on like 5 or 6 dedicated holes in that course. So we'll take that there. But luckily, I did not play well, so we're chilling. I thought so many pipelines were banned in our chat that I thought someone banned my pipeline until I got it on the course and double checked. I literally thought Mac banned my sector, Corey bans my soda. I thought someone else bans my pipeline. I have no fairway drivers. Or wait, no, someone else banned my torque.
I think
banned
I'm
my
the
air.
one
I
who
was like, oh my
banned
goodness.
banned your Firebird, didn't I?
Maybe you did ban it. I don't think you did.
I'm
You
looking
banned
right
my
now.
torque. You banned my torque.
Oh,
So I almost had no fairways, but someone let my pipeline hang around. I had 2 fun stats that I thought showed a good, interesting round. Then Tyler revealed one of them immediately, as he's done like 4 times on me.
He
Yep.
knows.
So
Oh,
the best
putting
C1X
stat, okay.
putter was Tyler, 93%.
Second
Wait, I
week in
didn't
a
get
row.
to guess.
Too late.
Freak.
Can you guys guess who had the most penalties in this round?
Me.
I went OB once. Anybody else have OB? I have to say myself because I know I went OB.
I don't think I went OB.
I had 2 penalties,
I went off the
Frick.
fairway.
And this guy also did not protect it.
and I'll talk about that in a second. But go ahead, I'll let Matt finish.
No, this is actually, I'm leading into this. Tyler had the best C1X putting and 2 penalties.
Yeah.
And shot 3 down.
So
What could this round have been?
So what my goal is this year is that when I get a penalty, I have to recover like somehow, some way. And I mean, the first penalty is on hole 12, which I already said was the disc that went OB, and then I had a 15-foot putt for par. So I mean, that's really not that big of a deal to me.
Right.
But the last hole, I really screwed up, and I went OB, which I never do. I broke chains. I figured that out. But I went into the parking lot, so then I had like a really hard step putt to make, and I really buckled down. Anyways, I made it. So I'm really trying to focus on when I'm in a bad situation, how can I really recover from this? So I found I lost a lot of strokes in tournaments the last several years, not keeping it on the fairway and not being able to scramble. So
yeah,
buckle down. Focus.
I did learn one thing about one of my discs. Didn't know I could throw a mid-range 350.
Yeah, baby.
And
Big
I
boy.
threw it. It just kept going. So if you haven't tried the finish line sector, do it. It is so good.
I had a very interesting conundrum happen to me today. You know, we've had the conversation before where Corey made fun of us for being like, why does everybody say like first forehand of the day? Like it's about to be terrible, and you never hear anybody say like first backhand of the day. I myself am a very backhand dominant player for most of my disc golfing career. At the course that I played, I have been getting death threats about my Mickey Mouse course that I go to for these challenges. So I went to the hardest course in town today. First two holes are forehands for me, and then I got to the third hole. I was like, oh, finally I get to throw a backhand. Just shanked it, like pure grip lock into the center of the woods. Like
amazing.
It's happened to me. It's like, oh, first backhand of the day. That wasn't it.
What course did you play?
When I film most of my videos at Walton Woods, I played the longs. My 1,000 rated challenge layout.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I really want to play that
And
course.
I got wrecked. I threw such a sick shot with the torque today, though. Busting.
Matt, I want to know. Oh, see, Corey screenshots and then sends it. He doesn't know how to like actually send his round in like the share. Is that correct, Corey?
Yeah.
So I never get to see the conditions that Corey played in.
Well, sometimes I do that because I'm playing with other people.
Hmm.
So
yeah,
like,
that's why I specifically did it today, because I was playing with someone else. So I could just
either one of my buddies isn't doing the challenge, so it's like weird that their stats are in there too, or I'm playing with like Mac. So I guess I could send it if it's just me and Mac. But
You can't just send it with just your stats.
I don't know. I've never sent it.
Surely there's a way.
You tell me.
Also, this does
Yes,
point out that
there
Matt
is.
and Tyler both use light mode on UDisc, and that's gross.
Freaks.
Well, I didn't even realize there was a dark mode.
It is
Dude,
set to
dark mode
auto
everything.
change when the sun goes down, which is not
Yeah,
helpful.
the sun
for you
goes
at all.
down.
Wait, why is your
Uh,
phone like that?
I like looking at people's
like it.
conditions to see like how windy it was for
Here,
I
let
can
me
tell you
look.
this:
What
everybody.
did mine say?
it wasn't
today?
windy.
I didn't-
It was beautiful out.
7 miles an hour for you, or 8.
It was
That's fraudulent.
for me. It was 60 and perfectly warm and a beautiful day out, and I played disc golf in great conditions.
I'm going to tell you guys, the last 2 times that I played disc golf, I'm sweating again, man. And there's something
Crazy.
beautiful about that. There's something beautiful
I was
about
sweating
that, too.
today. I'll say that much.
Mine says it was 62 and 15 miles an hour. I can tell you right now, there was no wind.
So let me ask
See,
you this
mine was
question.
windy, IMO.
Go
Mine
around
says
and
8.
say one disc. What was your favorite disc in your round? Go.
Radiant
Sector.
Rally.
Composite
Matt.
sector.
Matt, what'd you say?
Firebird. I think every hole I pulled a Firebird out of, I birdied.
My problem was I didn't remember that the Radiant Rally was the GOAT until hole 14. We were much too late at that point.
That seems like a comfort disc for you.
Yeah, weird. I genuinely it was windy, so I threw the torque more, and I did throw some good shots with it, but I was terrible with it off the tee for some reason. And then I started throwing the rally off the tee, and I was like, oh yeah, this disc is really good. So I think it was a lot of wind getting in my head, and then like me not having like the different stabilities of stuff I normally would have. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna throw the more stable option because it's windy.
Yeah, but then you're like, I throw the more stable option. I kind of have to put a little more oomph in this to get it to go the distance I want, and then it just comes out terribly.
I'll tell you something else I learned too. The Metal Flake Ultra, I love that thing. It is not stable.
Exactly.
I love it, but it is not it's not an Ultra, I don't think.
Well, the only ultras that are ultras, like really are truly that stable, are the Infinity Ultras that Corey has a couple of. Because my color glows are also not that stable.
Does anybody need any? Because I
Yes, I need one.
found more.
Cool. Let me run down numbers.
Yeah,
real
what's our
quick.
tags?
This is a good tag update. Mac, I'll just say right now, you are not automatically 6th place because
Let's go.
you did not
Get
submit.
demoted. Suck it,
So,
Mac.
Get demoted.
Too busy trying to play real tournaments. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? Number 5, myself, again, did not play amazing. Number 4 is Corey.
Yes,
Number
Corey.
3
Back and
is
forth.
He's
Taylor.
here.
Number 2 is Mike. And number 1 is Tyler Tulowitzki.
Suck it,
Let's go.
witches.
Let's go. I'm so proud.
So we
Corey, how did it make you
are-
feel when I said witch?
No comment. No comment.
at this point, we've alternated a good amount of these tags so far. I'm glad I'm pinging them in chat. So I'll ping them in chat, and you can update
Cool.
your tag appropriately. And then, of course, we got to talk about next week's challenge. If you think that our weekly challenge sounds fun, here's how you can get it on next week's. Join our Discord. We post it in there. You do 18 holes. You record all your stats with whatever our challenge is.
Venmo me
screenshot
$5.
You Venmo Corey $5. You post it in our Discord. We're going to use your UDisc stat as well as our own system that Mac came up with to see who's playing the best round. We're doing something a little interesting. Taylor decided on this one, I believe. Taylor, do you want to explain?
Scott in the chat. Shout out Scott in the chat.
I'm so sorry. Scott, describe this one.
But I will explain
wanna
it. Matt's got
describe it?
$5
Yep.
to hand to somebody right now. By the
Sorry,
way, just so
I don't know
everybody
why I had that
knows.
in my hand.
It's for my Venmo.
Hey,
Yeah,
just, that's for
$5.
Corey for your tag
Also,
fee.
if you're
Just
new
hand
here,
that-
you're not. Don't Venmo me $5. That's fake. If you do Venmo
Well,
me $5,
if you want to.
it'll go to a pot of how I'm gonna purchase a bunch of Little Caesars pizzas, but that's for another day.
That's a different video.
Wait, which way is
Um,
Corey for me? I can pass it over.
Oh, hold on. I think to your right.
No, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
Scott's idea for the challenge this week. I'm very excited. In honor of spring being here, we are going to do a challenge where you have 6 discs. I fraudulently said 5 the first time. 6 discs that start with each letter of spring. So a disc that starts with S, P, R, I, N, and G. Mold name has to start with that letter, and those are the only discs you can use. No more fraudulent putting putters being added. I'm tired of it. It was Mike. Everything about this
I
is
was about to
fraudulent.
say,
Shout out
Yeah,
Mike.
it was Mike.
I was
So
just
sorry.
looking for that.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, that is the challenge. We've been doing 2 weeks for these, so probably do 2 weeks again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Rip to Mac
Okay.
and anybody sponsored by Prodigy for the eye.
Okay, because we
He
disgraced
says I'm cooked.
him, Mike. I'm gonna give him a shout out. I'm not saying he fixed my forehand, but he did talk about doing this, like keeping it close. And the reason that I was like reaching back flatter and trying to like kind of go through a flat plane was because I thought it was giving me more distance. I think it was also giving me enough time to like create the wobble because my hand didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
So I was throwing some forehands from here and just snapping them. They were going just as far, if not farther, with literally like minimal wobble.
You,
So
if you've
thank
not,
you.
anybody in the chat room or this podcast, if you've not watched Silver Lot throw a
Was
forehand,
just gonna say that.
trophy husband of Kristen Lot,
Bro.
that has one of the best forehands I've ever seen, and just comes just straight from here. It does not
Dude.
move from his rib cage. It's insane.
He throws so far, and the disc goes. That's
Yeah.
it.
It's wild.
It is wild.
It's working. It's working.
It
I
is
can tell
working.
you that.
That's our
cool.
weekly challenge. So if you are interested, join the Discord. Maybe or
Spring
Venmo Corey some
sprung.
money, but spring is sprunging. We've got a tournament to
hey.
make some picks for.
I got a quick idea. Sorry that
Yep.
we're really bad at
go ahead.
transitioning tonight, like terrible.
Speaking of spin putting,
Should we?
Goose.
Should we make an exception with the sprung?
sprung.
What would
Yeah.
Mac use with a U? Is this for Mac's case?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what would be a U for Prodigy. I don't know. I'm trying to think how can Mac find out, but Mac just might be
sprang.
screwed.
Sprang.
Sprang?
Spring has
A.
sprang.
Mac is cooked. Mac is cooked. There's no way to.
Yeah.
I say
Anyways.
let's give him. Well, there's still other letters that he doesn't have.
We'll figure
Strider,
out.
that P-U-S. Wait, why would you not just use a P-A? Oh, wait. Does he post
He's got
them
no
all again?
G. Hey Mac, have a different sponsor next time, bud.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
That is tough. Play a Mickey Mouse course. I can highly recommend playing a Mickey Mouse course for the
Yeah,
challenges.
go to Mary Beth. For those
We've
of you who
got,
don't know, Mary Beth is literally an ace run course. Like the longest one, I think is 230.
Nice.
Good night.
That's amazing.
Okay.
A little points recap from the Supreme Flight Open. We had Matt picking up 2 podium players with AB and got he got
Matt.
2 points. He picked up AB, got Albert Tom for 2 points. Tyler picked up Ezra Robinson for 3 with the win, and I got Paul Macbeth on the podium for 1 point. Corey got nothing except good vibes from Supreme Flight Open. So we've got WACO coming up, the WACO Annual Charity Open, one of my favorite events of the year. And the order for picks this week will be Corey, me, Matt, Tyler, just going in reverse order of the points total. Corey, do you have an idea of who you would like your first pick to be?
For Waco.
So how many points does Matt and I have?
3, 2, 1. So you've got 3, Matt's got 2, I've got 1. Corey's got 0. We are in a perfect line currently.
I'm gonna go Rick.
Ricky, I'm gonna take you guys back to an era called 2015 and on, because I'm gonna take Paul. It is the shortest course on tour. Paul has won this event multiple times. I got good vibes for Paul. I don't got back to backs. I'm an idiot. I'm cooked.
Bro,
I'm cooked.
you are not on top anymore.
I'm cooked. I'm not.
Taylor is so
cooked.
used to being on top.
Don't tell Corey that.
It's. Wait, who just took who? I'm sorry. I was.
Corey took
double-checking
Rick.
my
I took Paul.
All right. I feel bad doing this.
No, you
I'm going to
don't.
take Ezra. I'm going to take Ezra now because I don't trust anyone else who was in my top 3 to play well on a short condensed course, but I do trust Ezra to.
I'm going to tell you right now, since last year and this year, he always falls to me no matter where I'm at in this order for picking in the first round. So I'm going to take it because I've taken him almost, I'm telling you right now, I think I've taken him 80% of the time since we've been doing this. All right, taking Gannon, put him on the board.
Cool.
Who else?
I'm thinking,
Hold on.
wait,
Wait, let
I
him
feel
cook.
it. I feel
Let him
it.
cook. Let him cook.
I feel
Taylor,
it.
who did you say?
Paul Macbeth.
Okay.
Let me just
Do we
look
want to start
one.
making Instagram posts again of our picks? That was cool. We did that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, it
I
was
totally
kinda
forgot about that.
I did too.
cool. I am.
I don't know how I forgot about it.
Our graphics team.
Bro was the one doing the graphics, and he forgot about it.
I'm gonna go AB. I think
Bounce
it'd
back
feel really
week.
bad.
I say
think
bounce
I'd
back
feel-
yet second. I'm cooked, bro.
I'm gonna feel really bad if I didn't take him there and I had an opportunity to. So
Somebody take my microphone away, please.
That is interesting what you have said to me in regards to AB, but okay.
Just-
Back
I'm
to
an
me.
idiot. I'm an idiot.
damn, we got Matt
I-
Sparrow in here just beating us up.
What?
Prodigy
Discrimination. That's so
discrimination.
funny.
That's such a good comment. though.
That is such a good comment. Okay, let me take dang, I really can't give me the other Robinson brother. Give me Isaac. He didn't
He's
really
the
play
only one I
well,
did.
but he's a
Yep.
little wooded. I don't really want a big arm here. They don't really have an advantage. And so I'm less inclined to take them.
Matt's trying to take my roadmap to success.
I don't
Leslie,
know what I'm
Eagles
trying to
15.
do in this Excel, but I'm an idiot.
He ain't
I'm just
doing
gonna
it.
tell you guys that I'm just an idiot.
Whatever he's trying to do, he ain't doing it.
It's not working.
Listen, I had no problem. Taylor is this. Put an F in the chat, but then put a But then put a bless in the chat for Taylor because Taylor
Yeah,
needs both.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It is now my turn again. I've got it figured out. I'm locked in. I'm gonna take Kyle Klein. I feel like Kyle Klein has played well here in the past. I forgot mentally as well until like today that Kyle Klein's like 22. I feel like Kyle Klein does not get the same fanfare as like the ABs or Gannons of the world, but you know, I believe in him.
Yep.
You get that back figured out. I believe in him.
So I'm not saying this. I've just heard other people say this.
That is saying this.
He's a little whiny.
I have
Well,
heard
he was
that as
also
well.
Like
was he top of our list for DNFs? He was on the list and he wasn't low, right?
No, I think he was at like 2 or 3.
Was he at 2 or 3? My bad.
I think
bad.
he's at 4.
Was he at 4?
He's at 40.
Yeah. He's got some chronic back issues, you know.
Yeah,
I've definitely
I've
heard him on coverage. He's very whiny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank-
I've heard people talk to him, and he's kind of just like me. So like,
Well,
I can see why no one really. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Niklas.
hoping for a bounce back. Big bounce back.
I think he's just good at short game, and then also I'm gonna go with Adam Hammis.
Yeah,
I
like
thought about that.
Because I know he's pretty good at some of these smaller wooded courses.
He's good at throwing the disc.
Yeah.
I am going to say it like this. This guy is available. I don't think he'll win. I'm back on Tyler's train that I do not think he'll win, but he will be so far out of contention and on the last day come back and maybe run at the podium. I got to take Calvin Heimberg again.
I was hoping he was going to slip.
The chance is there. It's like, I don't understand how he does this every weekend, man. He's just like dog the first day and then is the best player of all time the last two.
He literally wasn't picked until what, 4-8, the 10th pick for us. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I need to say
Corey,
something.
what do you want to say? Say what you
I
speak.
Didn't look at the standings at all for this.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly don't ever. But I forgot half of the pros that are like in the top.
Who are
10.
you people?
Like,
yeah.
Like you said Kyle, and I was like, oh shoot, yeah, Kyle is good. and then you say Calvin, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like third in the world.
I know that guy.
He's not bad.
I totally forgot half of the people that are actually good at this game.
Yeah. All right, Matt is up.
Oh, I could take a tasty. I won't. Give me Joey Buckets. Once again,
like
another
that.
guy who doesn't have a ton of distance, but he can dice it up. He diced it up at Idlewild last year, and he didn't play bad last weekend. He tied for 15th, which is kind of whatever. But this could be his opportunity.
Could be. This guy was in the mix at Supreme Flight Open. Maybe this is his week to be a podium. I'm going to go with Chris Dickerson.
I like that too.
And for my dark horse, you already know, Taylor. Put it down. Luke Humphries.
I was hoping he'd fall to
Ain't
you.
Gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
I was gonna swoop it too if you didn't. Oh my goodness.
He's like an automatic lock for this event. Don't worry, I took him, so now he's gonna be like terrible. So
yeah, that's
classic.
how it works.
Back
to me, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take.
Stop yawning.
I'm sorry. Give me first off, how is Kevin Kiefer still 62 in the world? Second off, I'm going to take Paul Ulibarri. Once again, short guy.
Short guy.
Short game. Also short guy.
Finished in the top 20 last year.
Finished in the top 20 last year. Didn't even realize that. But I think if you can play shots on this course, you're going to play well. So.
I'm very sad. I had an inkling of a guy that is too high to be a true dark horse pick. For those who don't follow our podcast regularly, it has 40 or below in the PDGA World Rankings. WACO has weird winners. Ben Callaway. I think Ben Callaway has a chance here. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it. There's a lot of people I kind of want to take here, but I am going to take Chris Clemens. I feel like Chris could do well here, and he is a guy that, like, since he moved to Discraft, has just not played that well. And I'm hoping for a bounce back from Clementade, man. Be fun.
I almost got the tingles
Ooh.
No, not here.
Yes. Yes.
Here's where we have the tingles.
Texas guy.
Yeah.
After he moved from California, but Texas guy lives there now.
Shortest course.
True.
Man,
I didn't. I'm going to go with Jeremy Colling.
I also thought about that, Corey.
Short
Little-
course.
Short course. Yeah.
He's kind of heating up. He
Kind of
already
heating
won
New bag.
one on the off season.
Yeah.
So
New bag. Finally has a four-handable mid-range, as he claims. So
Juiced.
hopefully no
Juiced.
aces.
All right, there's our picks. So Corey has the team of Ricky, Niklas, and Adam Hammis with a Jeremy Colling dark horse. I've got Paul Macbeth, Kyle Klein, Calvin Heimberg, which is almost exactly my team last week. Rip. And Chris Clemens as my dark horse. Matt has Ezra and Isaac, the brothers, and then Joey Buck. It's all Georgia team. Georgia represent over there. And Yuli as his dark horse. Tyler's got Gannon, AB, Chris Dickerson, and Luke Humphreys as his dark horse. And we are going to roll with this topic right into our game to close out the podcast. I've got what I'm going to call the WACO recap. I have got the past winners from 2024 to 2017 of people that have won WACO. We are going to go in some designated order of trying to name these people. If you get one wrong, it is a minus point, and we're just going to see how many points people can get. So that is 8 names total for each year. We'll start with 2024. And then how do we want to decide who goes first here?
Youngest to oldest.
Youngest to oldest. We got Matthew Marsh DG. 2024,
Wait,
who won WACO?
2024, who won WACO? Oh, the Burr.
It was Gannon Burr. That's 1 point for Matthew Marsh DG. We'll move to Tyler Tulowitzki. Kyle Klein. I'm cooked. Why did
Okay, so first off,
somebody take the
first off-
podcast away from me?
First off, Tyler is older than me, so I'll go second, and I'm going to go with Kyle Klein.
Good job, Corey Kramer. I'm using everybody's government name on the podcast
And
now.
we're giving it to him. Apparently.
And I'm also going to kill myself.
That'll probably be my
2022. 2022. Tyler.
So
Who
what's
won WACO?
really sad is I definitely knew the last 2 years, and I'm the one who came up with youngest to oldest. So I knew I would be screwed in this position. I got to think for a minute. I feel like I know. All right, so it was.
While Tyler's thinking, for this spring thing, normal putters, or it has to be from the list?
Has to be from the list.
Okay, Mike, I hope you heard that because he put a thing in our Discord, but I don't think you realized. Has to be from the list.
Yeah, I'm tired of using your normal putters. It's fraudulent.
And Tyler's gonna want to check out that thread on Discord. He'll enjoy it.
All right, so 2022. I'm trying to think.
Bring in the
I feel like
G's for gooning.
I feel like somebody weird won it. Man, I know this is wrong, but I'm gonna say it. Drew Gibson.
It was not Drew Gibson. We are back to Matthew Marsh, back to Matthew Marsh DG for
That's on my
2022.
That is a crazy guess. First off, second off, I don't really have a better guess. Dude, I feel like it is
Kyle
weird
Klein won in
winners.
2023.
I did not, dude. That's good information to know. For 2022, I'm going to throw something out here quick because I don't want to spend a bunch of time stalling on this guy.
I remember Luke Humphreys was like right there.
Why,
I felt
bro?
like.
Bro, he was right there last year.
But I'm trying to no, he wasn't 2022. But I'm trying. No, not last year. The year before, he came in third last year. But he
That
was
is
like,
some crazy memory. Holy, I forgot all
But
about
Luke
that.
Humphrey was like right there.
He was in
And
second.
Yeah, he was battling with somebody, and I can't remember who it was.
Hey, guess who came in third? My random pick, Chris Clemens. Shout out to me.
No way.
Whoa.
I
Okay.
did not realize that.
I am gonna go with, dude. I honestly have no clue who won this event. I don't think he did, but we're gonna.
I
Did
remember who
Vinny?
it was.
It was not Vinny.
I
I
remember who it
didn't
was.
think so, but
Frame
I had to throw
dog.
some guess out. Cream dog.
Corey's gonna get it.
I don't know if I am. I have a thought, but I don't know if it's true. Is it Simon Lizotte?
Oh my
It
gosh.
is not
Mike-
Simon Lizotte.
Mike, you gotta edit Mike, you gotta edit the thing, by the way.
What?
Right, back to Tyler.
talking to Mike.
Yeah,
You know
the
we're on a
challenge-
podcast,
the challenge
right?
phase.
It was Paul Macbeth.
It was indeed Paul
Yeah,
Macbeth.
I remember that now.
Oh my gosh.
And now after that, we're all just back tied to 0. We could have just started at 2021. How amazing is this?
Oh wait, you lose a point if you don't get it right?
Yeah, he
yeah,
said
if
that.
you get it wrong, you
Well,
lose
I
a point.
said Kyle Klein was the only point I'm going to get.
Oh, I'm an idiot. 2021. This was memorable for me, at least. I remember this.
Why does
This-
Taylor remember?
This was the first year Worlds was back.
Yes.
Was this
This was a battle as
dude, when
well.
he's-
Waco is just a battle.
Yeah, because it's I don't even
This one I have no idea.
He's saying
Oh,
it's
really?
memorable, which makes me think is one of the players he either loves or one of the players he hates. Either one
Everyone
could
is
be
circles here.
either one could be a good answer here. Was it Joel Freeman?
It was not Joel Freeman.
Now you guys have to guess. Was it the player he hates or the player he loves?
What was Taylor's comment?
I said it was memorable.
It was memorable.
It was memorable,
Memorable.
and I assumed memorable meant that he.
Somebody made a big putt somewhere.
That is a fact. Some could argue if he was running the putt that went in.
What?
Bro, he's trying, and we're just.
He was trying to lay up. He was trying to lay up.
Taylor's just trying.
Oh, was he really?
I heard that somewhere. I don't know if that came from a
From
verified
that,
source,
I
but
want to say Simon Lizotte again.
it was not Simon Lizotte.
He runs a lot of putts and he makes them.
He does.
I have an
do
idea
that.
for a small hint after I swing and miss. Someone who was trying to lay up. I'm trying to think. I don't think that'd be like Paul or Ricky. It'd be someone who's like not that great at putting.
Yeah, I'll give some hints after the first round here.
Oh, man, I don't remember too much.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Wait till I guess though. Was it like Bradley Williams?
He was up there this year, but it was not Bradley Williams. I think he was third. What is your question, Corey?
So is this Waco ends with like the lake, right?
Yes.
So
The
did
pond.
he go over the lake and then throw in, or did he like play the layup
The putt
and
that
then-
the putt that I'm referencing was on hole 17.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to look. This player,
He gave a big reaction, didn't he?
yeah.
I know
This
who it
is. Do you want me to give hints or no?
You can give a hint.
I'd love a hint.
I know who
Okay.
it is.
Obviously,
This is an old school player that is a major winner, a multi-time major winner. That's your hint.
Nathan Queen?
It is not Nathan Queen. I don't think Nathan Queen.
I also
won
don't
any
know he has
majors
majors.
also.
I just was old school. I've had Nathan Queen in my head since the start of this game, and I don't know why. I can't get him out of my head. So I went for it.
Corey, what you
Corey.
got?
Is it Kayla Viska?
It is not Kayla Viska, but Kayla is who this player was battling with, which is even crazier. Kayla came in second, though. Does Tyler know?
Yes, I do, because I remember. The only reason why I know is because I
Michael
remember.
Johansson.
I remember the reaction that he gave was like over the top. Nico LaCastro.
It was Nico LaCastro in 2021. I think
Oh.
Westside Disc sponsored Nico LaCastro at the time.
Whoa.
I forgot about that throw in.
Now from here on out, I have no idea. It's gonna
Another
be a straight
one.
guess.
Another one that I remember. 2020.
Oh, jeez.
Matthew Marsh, DG, from the top rope.
Oh, 2020. I'm gonna just take the obvious one
I
out.
remember somebody funky won it one of these years.
I'm just gonna take the absolute obvious one out. Is it Paul Macbeth?
It is not Paul Macbeth.
Yep.
Okay,
she's-
I think came in
not-
second. I think came in second.
Oh,
It's got to be Paul eventually.
well, it was already Paul once, right?
Yeah.
Well, Paul.
We're just back
won
to
this-
Paul again
Won
later.
this event
Yeah.
multiple times. So
Yeah, I'm saying we got one time. We gotta hit her back for round 2.
Corey, 2020
Is it
Waco.
Rick?
It was not Rick.
Dang it.
Tyler.
somebody funky, I think. Was it Kayla? Was it Kayla Visca?
It was not Kale. I'll give a hint. This is the only Pro Tour event that this player has won. It was a funky one. This was also, to jog maybe someone's memory, this is what I remember it for. This was the tournament that was ongoing when COVID hit, when the lockdown happened. This was like no spectators were allowed for the first day, and then it was shortened on the second day. It was just a 2-round tournament for COVID reasons. So it was a shortened event.
This
Wait,
wasn't.
hold
was-
on.
This wasn't Burridge, was it?
I'm not gonna say it until
He had an
it's
unrelated. He had an unrelated thing that had a similar thing, but it's not Burridge.
Is that your guess?
Yeah, we'll take it as my guess. I can't.
It is
Bro.
not Mr. Burge.
Burridge didn't come out until like 23.
He wasn't
Oh, how
even
much?
born yet.
No,
He wasn't even born yet.
Bro wasn't
Corey
even
Kramer.
out the womb yet.
Was it Adam Hammis?
It was not Adam Hammis.
That is actually.
Has he won? Like,
He won. Yes, he won something. He won.
He's won Portland, I think, didn't he?
It was like Portland or OTB, right?
but wasn't
He
it like
he won
one?
Portland.
I don't know how many times he's actually won.
He's
that.
He
won
won a
Depot,
Q
hasn't he?
series. He's won a Q series, and I think Portland.
I thought he won Deaglo too.
I don't remember
Um,
him winning D'Lo.
Was this the guy who his wifey won the same year? Taylor's not gonna say. I'm gonna go Colton Montgomery. Colton
It
Montgomery.
was Colton Montgomery.
Yeah, I knew it.
Tyler's killing it on the second guess.
He's got that like.
I keep saying I literally
He's
don't
got
know.
that
I
old man
literally don't
knowledge.
know.
He's got that old
Really.
man knowledge apparently, and he ain't even been around for those events.
All right,
It's
we've
'cause
got
Last year
Go
we
ahead.
pull up the list and I've like read the list of people who won in the last 5 years, and so that's the Rolodex is going back.
all right, we've got 3 more. 2019. We'll start off with Matt once more. Currently the scores are, let's get some sums. Matt's at -4. Corey is also at -4, and Tyler is at 0. He's managed to just go from the -1 back to 0 3 times in a row.
We're about to get
Dude,
some
you're-
negatives here, though.
Is
You're
it
net.
Paul Macbeth?
It is Paul Macbeth in 2019. Solid guess. Corey, it is your
Yeah.
guess for 2018.
Did we actually just discuss this in Discord, Mike, and none of us remembered? That's awesome.
We discussed
2018.
all of these. I don't know.
know. I think he's just saying we discussed Colton Montgomery and managed.
Yeah,
to
yeah, we did.
mention his players.
Waco
pretty recently.
2018. Who was even born then?
I remember both of these tournaments so specifically, and it's so funny.
Okay.
I wasn't
Paul
born then.
Macbeth.
It was not Paul Macbeth.
Dang it.
Was it Ricky Wysocki?
It was not Richard. Matt, one guess and then a hint.
It was not Richard. It was not Paul. We're back in 2018 at this point. Was it Drew Gibson?
It was not Drew. This player was picked in our picks. That's hint number 1.
I don't even remember who I picked.
Yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked here.
Okay, so it's not him. It's not him.
Yeah, I got a good guess.
2018 was a while ago.
2018. Yeah. So I don't want to say him because he's tiny.
How old was Gannon Burns for the 2018 Waco?
Adam Hammis.
Was not Adam Hammis. Hate to tell you. Tyler.
C. Dickey.
It was not Chris. That's a good guess though. Matt, I guess, and then one more hint. One more hint.
I don't think you can. I don't know if we can get any more hints.
C. Dickey.
Yeah, I got one more hint.
Oh man,
dude, I wish I
we're just
remembered.
I'm sure I
down
got-
who everyone voted.
Yeah,
or chose.
Yeah, we only got one more real lineup of it.
Corey Bone. Come on.
Corey Bone? What do you mean? Gosh dang, I can't remember.
Yeah, Matt's doing just as bad as I am.
I can't remember who we picked as our dark horses, but if it's an older player, that could sneak in there. It wasn't Humphrey.
Oh, I remember who it is now.
It wasn't Humphrey.
It was not Luke Humphreys.
No.
That was going to be the hint. It was a dark horse pick that this player was picked during.
So
This is the same tournament, I think, where Simon threw the P2 over the water, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember this now because I remember the scoring on that coverage. Seppo was on that lead card too.
I love Seppo Payu, man.
Dude, you missed it last week. I put him in our DNF game.
R.I.P.
was it
Seppo.
Jeremy Coling?
It was Big Germ.
Yeah.
We'll go on back real quick to 2017. We'll start with Tyler.
Paul Macbeth.
It was not Paul Macbeth.
I was just say that should be our first row.
Matt.
2017. Was it? Was it? Gosh dang, we're really back there at this point.
Yes.
I don't even know that many players at this point that are really cooking at the time. Why do I keep thinking he won it? Was it Joel Freeman? I don't know why.
It was not Joel Freeman.
Joel has won this event.
It'd
Corey.
be really funny if this one was Drew Gibson. Was it Ricky?
It was not Ricky. Hint number one again is this player was picked in our picks.
No, hold on. Nope. Gosh dang it. Paul Uleberry. No.
What kind of guess is that?
That has to count. That has to count.
All right,
That
fine.
has to count.
He's only got
Bro
one
just
win, and
popped-
it's in 2011.
Bro just popped Paul Uleberry out of there
I forgot.
at
dude.
arguably his worst freaking era of playing the game.
Oh,
Um, He was
I
in our
forgot.
picks.
Whatever. Give me the knock. I don't care.
Matt, to you.
Gosh dang it.
Was it Simon?
Who started? Is this hint time again? No, we got Corey has to guess again, and then it's hint time. Okay.
Yeah. Was it Simon Lazat?
It was not Simon. Corey.
Okay, so oh brother. Trying to think of who would actually be old enough to play in Waco.
Back to back.
You say back to back?
What? No.
Jeremy Coling.
It was Jeremy Coling. So Big
Really?
Germ. Yes, this is so funny. Big Germ won this event 2 years in a row on a playoff. Both of his competitors in the playoff, they played that hole with the sidewalk down the par 4. Both of them hit a spectator out of bounds back-to-back years. It was James Conrad the first year and Nate Perkins the second year threw over that
Dude,
OB
why
and hit
did
a
I
spectator.
think you meant that the person he was playing against hit James Conrad?
But no, those always stuck out to me because it was so funny. You get to this playoff and they both just smack a spectator out of bounds. Matt ended at -7, Corey ended up at -5, and Tyler ended up at -4. So Tyler gets the dub there with some resilience on the second guesses for the middle years, 2022 to 2020. Speaking of Jeremy Coling, he's got some new releases with MVP, as do most of these players. You can get all of those over at foundationdiscgolf.com using our affiliate link. You can also buy our merch at that link in our description or bio somewhere. And you can also join our Discord. There's so many ways to support this podcast. You would literally be an idiot to not use one of them. I said it. We are at episode 60. We got 9 more until our best episode. I hope to see you then live here on YouTube or on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you prefer to consume your podcasts. We will see you guys next week and see who took down Waco.
Love
Why
you all.
did we wait until the very end to have a good segue?
You know, I had to warm up, man. My brain, this
Yeah.
podcast was not there.